Hey, good afternoon, everybody. It's around, let's do this right, it's 2:25. It is Tuesday, it's the 8th of May. I know, it's been a while since I posted. A couple days ago we did the demon. That was actually 10 days later. I did that the Friday before the call out just to get ready. So anyway, I'm loving the demon. I'm loving the Corvette, but today's not about cars. Today's back to the business side or the life side, whatever you guys consider it to be. And I'm just going to jump into it. It's late in the day. I'm not used to doing it this late. You probably see people walking by, peeking in, maybe even opening the door. I have pretty much an open door policy for my staff. But I wanted to get this out to you. The feedback you guys have provided on the business side or life side has been kind of amazing to me. And a number of people asked for, hey, how do I get you to mentor me? And I've kind of written back and said, hey, ask questions. Let's try to do this on the channel. And but there's been a kind of a consistent theme across the requests or the feedback that's come from my last charts. So I'm doing it again today. Look, I wrote it down in black pen, so maybe it's a little bit easier to read this time. So I got fancy. I wrote with a big black pen. So let's talk about today. So kind of another foundational element. We talked about, the last time we did a video like this, we talked more about it's you. You're in control of your life. You're a product of your decisions. If you can't get a hold of that concept, it's going to be hard to move forward. So really the next step, and one that's a natural progression out of the feedback you guys have given me, is to talk about one specific thing. And then so I'm going to think I can move over and show you this at the same time. So your environment. And so the concept here is one of the ways to break free of feeling stuck or unmotivated or unchallenged or don't know what to do is to make sure you assess the environment. What does the world look like that you use to surround yourself with? And so I just want to walk you through a series of lessons learned that I've had to learn over the years and that have made, to this day, impact how I think and what I say and how I behave. And so I just, your environment matters. And so what I mean by that is I've got kind of 4 pieces to that today. So the first part is thoughts matter. Thoughts matter. I mean, that sounds so stupid, I get it, but I gotta tell you, you have no control over what comes into your head. The universe, God, whatever you call it, does that. You really don't have any control of what pops into your head. Those thoughts, that incessant voice that's inside your head is not controlled by us. And so what you have to get good at is determining the vision I have in my head is thoughts are like items on a conveyor belt. They just run through your brain. That you have no control over the speed of the conveyor belt or this thoughts come through. The choice you have is which thought are you going to pick up and work with. And many times we pick up ones that offend us. We pick up ones that anger us. We pick up ones that frustrate us. We pick up ones that depress us. Those seem to be the natural ones that we pick up as people to decide to work with. And one piece of advice I have for you that has personally transitioned or transformed my life is I pick up a thought and I start to work with it. And if it's a negative one, I say, no, I'm not going to work with that one. And I put it back on the belt and I let it trundle out of my life. And so if somebody says something that offends you or you're having memories of a bad situation, put it back on the conveyor belt and let it go. Be very careful about which thoughts you pick up and really work into. You can recycle bad thoughts over and over. It's called looping. The same thought 10 or 12, 20,000 times a day. And you do that with 4 or 5 bad thoughts, and your whole brain all day long is really consumed with bad thoughts, And that's where you just stay angry, you stay depressed, or you cycle between anger, depression, offended. So pick up the positive ones. Pick up the ones you want to work with. You have to get good at it. It's a muscle we don't use. It took me years to get very good at it. I still find myself saying, God, put that one back. Don't use this thought. When I'm complaining about somebody or I'm complaining about a situation or I'm complaining about a result or an outcome, even in the middle of the sentence or even in the middle of the thought now, I can stop it, say I don't want to work with that. And I literally say I don't want to work with that thought and put it back. Thoughts matter. They drive the rest of this conversation. Part 2, here's the second fancy slide or third one. Words matter. And now some of you, I've typed that back into what you've asked me, but I want to get that concept out to you now. So you're worried about your environment, what you surround yourself with. You're worried about which thought you pick up and actively use in your life. And now you have to be careful about what words do you allow to be formulated and said out of your mouth. And some of you are stuck on very negative language, very negative thoughts, very negative words. And you're even typing them, which is even worse because you're making them physical. And so when you say things like, I'm stuck, I'm continuously stuck, I can't break out of it, I'm in a bad phase of my life, life is handing me defeat after defeat, life is knocking me down time and time again, those thoughts, those words, those types, those sentences, those emails, those messages, those YouTube comments, drives the stake deeper into your heart. And you just have to stop it. And there's really no other way than to say, become aware, become disciplined in how you think and in what you say. So say positive things. You know, I'm learning to do this. I'm learning to change this. I'm getting better at it. I'm not as good as I like to be, but I'm better than I was yesterday. And tomorrow I am better at it than I am today. Microscopic changes made every day will transform your life. So take care of the words you say, and take even more care of the words you type into emails and messages and texts and YouTube comments. You know, try to think positive, try to talk positive. It makes a difference. Part 3. All right, so my third thought, people matter. Those you surround yourself with matter. People around you matter. And the hard fact is sometimes those closest to us, our closest friends, our spouses, our kids, our parents, our, just the people who are around you, sometimes those that are closest to you pull you down the most. You know, they know who you are, they know what your thoughts were, they know your past, and so therefore I think they can judge your current thoughts and your future plans, but they base those judgments on your past behavior, and you're trying to break out of that. And so sometimes if you surround yourself with people who don't support your dreams or don't push you up or don't push you forward, you can actually find yourself being pulled down by those you trust and love and admire the most. So just be careful of the people you surround yourself with, people who you spend time with, and people who you confide, discuss your plans, your dreams, your actions. Be careful to surround yourself with people who actually care to push you forward. If you experience jealousy, if you produce despair, if you find people are pulling you down, pulling you back, sometimes it's out of jealousy. You need to be aware of that. The people you surround yourself with, the people you spend time with, must be very carefully chosen. And those you have to be around because of family or whatever, just minimize the impact they have on your thoughts and on your words. It's okay. It's okay to not dive into the negative pool. It's okay not to get yourself involved in negative discussions. It's okay to not get defensive if somebody doesn't support your dreams. Just don't let it get inside you. Don't stew in it. Don't marinate in it. Don't soak your heart and your brain in it. It does matter. And the last one was beliefs matter. What do you carry forward after all this working on thoughts, working on words, working on you spend time with? What are your beliefs? And your beliefs matter, because if you believe this is all crap, guess what? You are absolutely right. And if you believe this is life-changing behavior, you are right. If you believe your dreams are achievable and you're going to walk towards them, you are right. If you believe there's no hope, you are right. So your beliefs establish, future facts. And one thing I was taught that I say often is, you can predict the future by creating it. All right? So you can predict what your life's going to look like next year and 3 years and 5 years and 10 years by slowly creating that future. So set it out there. Use your dreams. Make your plan. Really think about it. Get actions in place. But be careful of the environment in which you live, and be careful of the environment in which you attempt to make these things happen. So again, watch your environment, watch your thoughts, watch your words, watch the people you surround yourself with, and watch the beliefs that you use as the foundation for all of this. It works, guys. I can't tell you, you have to try it. And you have to try it for weeks and months. And it took me years to get good at it. But it will transform your behaviors. It will transform how people view you. It will transform your life and your results. Guys, that's it. We're over 10 minutes. That's good enough for now. Thanks for all your feedback. Thanks for all you new subscribers. And that's really it. I know one thing I owe you is my story. I'm getting that more and more. And so I promise you, I will tell you my story. I don't know where to start it, right? At birth is probably too early. Maybe it's when I started my company. Maybe it was the 8 years getting ready for that. But I've got a couple new video ideas coming for you. One is my story, and one is the next step in this series. So that's it. Thanks for your comments. Please stay close. Please stay involved. You guys have a great Tuesday afternoon, and we'll talk again hopefully tomorrow. Bye.